Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time of stopping by, thanks. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. But if you've always been here with us, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about what is it like studying in Ireland. The other video I did when I gave the reasons why you should study in Ireland, a lot of people came up with some questions asking me, so I was like, okay, fine, let me quickly do this video and explain what it is and the reasons, your benefit and everything. I just came step by step to explain it. So I'm going to be giving the insights one after the other. First, I'm going to be talking about application process. Application process is like when you're looking for admission. I will advise you the first thing you do is have a course in your mind you want to study. For instance, public health, medicine, nursing, anything you want, IT, any of the, just have it in your mind. That's one. Then two, just go to Google and say lists of the universities in Ireland. They're all going to pop up. So the first thing you do is, I will advise you plan within your budget. Check the schools, because some schools are higher than some. Check the ones you can afford, and the ones you can't afford, you just forget about that. Then you take your course. For instance, I'm going to be using my course, the one I did public health, University College Cork. So I'm going to take public health, for instance, and go to that university I studied, where I said I studied in University College Cork. I'll type in the course. Then you check the eligibility. Check if you met all the requirements they want for you to study that particular course. Then if you find out that it's one of your areas that they said they want the course you did in your bachelor's degree, which is very fine, then you can go on with the application. Then first, if you are doing your bachelor's degree, what they want for you during your application process, you have to upload all this. They need your high school living certificate. Then in Nigeria we call it WAEC or NECO, but your high school living cert is number one. You have to upload it. Then they need an international passport. Please make sure your passport is up to date, not like 6 months to expire. Make at least, let's say 2-3 years of your passport expiring. You upload your passport. Then if you are doing a master's, like I said, I'm going to use myself as an illustration. Then what I uploaded was my passport, my bachelor's degree, my transcript from my other school. Then another thing that is very important is your personal statement. In your personal statement, they want to know why they should give you the course. So you should explain to them your passion, your zeal. Is like, maybe let me use for instance my course, public health. They might say, the department might say, this year 2021 we want just 50 students. So they are giving that course to 50 students who actually showed interest, who was able to explain to them in details why they want to study the course. So that's why your personal statement is really, please, very important. Like for instance, if you want to write a personal statement, I will say, I like helping people. I like telling people how to live healthy, and anything I learn in Ireland, I'm going to put my theory into practice in my home country. Make sure you tell them that anything you learn in Ireland, you are taking it back to your home country. Please don't say anything I learn, I want to use it in Ireland. No. Explain. You can get all these personal statements in Google. When you Google it, you see a lot of people that have written theirs and have uploaded it there somewhere. So you can just, take from theirs to write a detailed personal statement. Then you upload that. Some schools will ask for English exam like IELTS, TOEFL, whatever. A lot of English exams are there. Some schools will ask, but some schools will not ask you. But based on Nigeria is an English speaking country, I don't think any school will ask you when you are in that application process. So you can feel free, apply for your course, upload your transcript, your personal statement, your BSc, any other thing they ask you. Then some schools will ask you for an application fee. Some schools will take 50 euros, while some will not take any fee at all. So when they ask you for your application fee, you have to pay it, then they will process your application. Then let's say the application process is all done. You are waiting for the school to reply based on you met the criteria. If you didn't meet the criteria, you can look for another course that is related. And I'm going to explain this to you. It's a bit tricky. If you want to do a master's degree, for instance, maybe you did in Nigeria, you did accounting, and you want to come back to Ireland and do anything related to health or anything related to IT, you can do it. It's just for you to write a detailed personal statement explaining why you are switching. And always check some of those courses that is related to what you did in your first degree. They welcome it, or in your place of work where you are working. If, for instance, you did banking and finance, you are supposed to be working in the bank, and at the end of the day you didn't work in the bank, I mean in your home country, then you were working in maybe Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Fine, you can call me and do another course related to that. So it doesn't mean that you must do what you did in your first degree. So I just made that easy, because a lot of people will be thinking, oh, I did political science in Nigeria, now I want to do radiation therapy. It's possible. Just check the eligibility if you meet with it. Then 2, I'm going to be talking about the tuition fee. Tuition fee for master's degree here ranges from 10,000 euros to even 18,000 euros. Like I said, depends on the course, depends on what you want to study. Then now we'll be talking about scholarship. When it comes to scholarship in Holland, the Irish government give 60 scholarship to students all over the world. American, Indian, Africa, it doesn't mean any part of the world, even in other parts of Europe, they give scholarship. But this has to be, depends on your grade. Like if you have first class, if you have 2-1, it's highly competitive because the numbers are small. So then it's going to be the best of the best students. Then other schools give you scholarship. I'm going to talk about University of Galway. University of Galway takes 4,000 off your tuition fee. If, for instance, your tuition fee is 10,000 euros, you're going to pay 6,000, they'll take 4,000 out. Depends on your scores. Like if you're having 2-1 or you're having first class. Then Galway Institute of Technology takes 20% off. Depends on your, like I said, your score. You have to be a very good student. 2-1, first class, for you to fall into this category. The Cork Institute of Technology takes 25% off. They're going to look at your grade, everything. Then Limerick, University of Limerick takes 1,500 euros off. So when you are doing all this, you can also narrow it. Like when you are looking for your application, well, during the application process, you can check all the schools that give scholarship and reduces their tuition fee. So you can find the one that suits your budget. Then now I'm going to go to the visa application. In this visa application, before we talk about going to visa application, already you've applied for a course. You gave them all the requirements. The school has considered you that fine, you can come study. Now you have your admission letter. If you don't have your admission letter, you can go to the visa process. So now at this stage, we have our admission letter. So when you are talking about the visa application, they want 7,000 euros in your account as living expenses, meaning you're coming to this country to study, you have your amount in you that you want to spend. So that amount must be in your account. Please and please stop putting lump of money in your account. It doesn't work that way. They're going to deny you visa. Don't let your uncle, one rich auntie pay money into your account. They want to see the inflow and outflow of cash. That is another trick. That will be another video, because I'm going to talk about how to stop your visa being denied. So when they see that money in your account, then they know, yes, but it could be in your account, it could be in your sponsor's account. So it doesn't matter, but you have to present that bank statement. You're adding it to other requirements they want for your visa application. Then also they need references. They need academic reference and non-academic references. Maybe for instance, like my own, I went to my university that I did my bachelor's degree. I took references from my lecturers about two. They talked about me because they knew me from 100 level to final year. Then I took non-academic reference where I was working. I took reference from there. They want to see who you are. They want to know who they are welcoming to their country. So just be transparent about everything. Don't lie so your visa will not be denied. Don't forge statement of account. Just be transparent. Then after the visa application, it's going to take, I think application now to apply for visa in Ireland takes 8 weeks, which is like 2 months or more. Just know that after your when you applied for your course, it might take 2 months or 1 month. You get your admission letter. Then after your admission letter, before you go around everything, putting all your documents together, you have to pay for as a student, you pay for your insurance, which is a small money. I don't think it's even up to 300 euros. Then 200 or 300 euros, something like that. Then if you convert it to naira, that should be 100 and something thousand naira. Then you add your insurance to it, your admission letter. I think they need IELTS. That is just the truth. The embassy needs IELTS to show that you are coming to study, you understand English. I think that is kind of important. There is not really necessary, even if you've not gotten accommodation, they might tell you to put accommodation. That does not really matter at that stage. But make sure you put your bank statement, that you have to write a personal statement. You have to explain to the embassy that you are coming to Ireland to study. Explain to them why you are doing the course. This time around, you have to write a personal statement because in Irish embassy, they don't want applicants to come to the embassy. So you go to VHF, VFS in Lagos and Abuja to submit your application. So those agencies take it to the embassy. So you won't be there that the visa consular will be asking you a question. You can't defend yourself. It's what you write that you're going to use. So your personal statement this time around should be very detailed. You should explain to the visa consular the reason why you are coming to Ireland to study. Let them know that what you study in Ireland, you are taking it back to Nigeria to practice. Let them know that. Explain to them. They want to see your tie. There's another thing they call tie to your country. Let them know your job is a tie. Maybe the job you have in Nigeria should give you a letter or your country that, look, after this person studies, we want this person to study and come back. Let there be ties so they don't deny you visa. If they see that you don't have a tie of going back to your country, you know what I mean? Like, no visa for you. Just explain. Let everything be authentic. Look at their requirements. Again, you go back to Google. Check the requirements. Make sure you meet everything at a time. Follow it accordingly. What they want you to put, make sure you put it. If you don't put it, they'll deny you visa. They don't mind if you've paid school fees at this time. The school will just return your money back to you. It can be refunded. So we don't want to make that mistake. So we have to make it more important. If this information I'm giving is too complicated, I'm going to leave in the description box the agent I used. And there are also other agents. The school you are going to, you can check the website. They have agents that they use. Their own agent. All these agents will assist you to put your visa application accordingly in the way that you get the visa. So don't be scared at all. You can use an agent, but make sure you use the one the school required for you, or the one I leave in the description box. And in the description box, I'm going to leave some link on how to go about scholarship, the schools that give scholarship. So I think those informations will be, if you follow the link I'm going to give, it's going to be useful for you. Then the last I'm going to talk about is living expenses. Now, you got the visa, you bought your ticket, you are now in Holland. Congratulations. So we're talking about living expenses. Living expenses depends on, like I said, depends on where you are living. If you choose the major cities, they are expensive. It's the same thing like Nigeria, where I'm coming from. Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt. Those are the major cities in Nigeria. They are really expensive. So you going to school in Abuja, which is the Federal Capital Territory, you know what it is for accommodation. So it's the same thing here. So if you are coming to Dublin to study, you should know that you are paying 800 euros monthly if you are living in a shared apartment. Then if you live in a student accommodation, oh, it's really way too expensive. Then if you are coming to Cork City, this is where I live in Cork, you're going to be paying 500 to 600 euros for accommodation in a shared apartment. Then grocery shopping, if you're doing your grocery, you can go to some other shops. Some shops are cheaper than some, but when you come, you find your way around as a student, how you can do your shopping. Then I will advise you to go to the cities to study, where you can have access to transportation, where you can have access to jobs, opportunities, than going to the countryside where you pay cheaper school fees. Most of those places, there are no jobs and there's no transportation going around. So I hope this video helped you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.